I've learned lessons along the way, but the ones I tell my 20-something self now are, it's not what you say, it's what you do. Don't pay attention to how old you are. Focus on how you feel. These are words of inspiration from Sister Madonna Buter. Most people her age are slowing down in life, living sedentary lives, rarely getting any exercise. Not Sister Buter. She is a swimmer, a runner, a cyclist, a triathlete, and Ironman. And she is also a nun. And did I mention that she is 88 years old? Sister Madonna Buter is an accomplished athlete, a triathlete. That means she competes in races that have a swim, a bike, and a run all in one race. At the 2018 USA Triathlon Age Group Championships, Sister Buter took first place in her age category. She completed a 1.5K swim, followed by a 40K bike ride, followed by a 10K run. Sister Buter has completed 340 triathlons. 45 of them are Ironman competitions. You think a 1.5K run, 40K bike ride, and 10K run is tough? Try a 2.4-mile run, swim, followed by a 112-mile bike, followed by a 26.2-mile run. What's crazy, if that isn't crazy enough, is she didn't start running until her late 40s. I'll tell you how she started in a little while. At the age of 75, she became the oldest woman to compete in the Hawaiian Ironman, finishing in 16 hours and 32 minutes, and became known as the Iron Nun. She has opened up age groups in 5 or so categories in her life that never existed before in these competitions. And by doing so, she has paved the way for more and more older people, especially women, to compete. In 2016, at the age of 86, Sister Buter became something of a celebrity. Nike featured her in a commercial called Unlimited Youth. The Iron Nun showcased her swimming, cycling, and running skills. She was born Maria Dorothy Buter and decided she wanted to become a nun when she was a young teenager. She followed her calling at age 23 and joined the convent in St. Louis. She served the Sisters of the Good Shepherd until 1970, when her orders were changed and she moved to Spokane, Washington. Sister Buter eventually joined the Sisters of the Christian Community, independent of the Roman Catholic Church, free to choose her ministry and her lifestyle. It was there in Spokane, Washington, that Sister Buter began running at age 48 just for fun. She ran because Father John told me it would be good for my body, mind, and spirit, she tells Annabelle Fenwick Elliott during an interview in the Daily Mail. Sister Buter elaborates in an article written by Joe Piazza for Forbes magazine that running not only helped me solve my problems, it reduced my anxiety and cleared my soul, taking away any brooding darkness that took away my positive attitude. Sister Madonna ran with a group of people, and some of the runners did triathlons. Upon hearing of that kind of a race, she knew she just had to try one, and even brought out a bike from her cousin for her first race. She has been going strong ever since. She trains daily for her competitions. She runs to church every day, and she bikes 40 miles to a lake where she does her swims. She also jogs to the jails to visit inmates and tells Elliot that reading scripture and to the inmates and telling them about Jesus makes her feel blessed to be able to do that. Sister Buter has had her share of disappointments. In her first attempt at the Hawaii Ironman, she failed to make the cut for the swim portion, and she was pulled from the race. She has broken many bones, including her pelvis, in a cycling accident. Sister Buter doesn't let her setbacks deter her. In her book, The Grace to Race, she writes, "Whenever injured, I wait for the Lord to pick me up and sit me on my feet, confidently reminding him, God, you know my intent is to keep running towards you." One of her fears is people will place her on a pedestal. Some treat me differently, she says, because I am a sister. I feel like I'm their mascot and I'm supposed to pray for good weather or something for the races. Sister Buter has a keen sense of humor, yet a toughness, a determined spirit. She's humble. She's a world-class athlete, a triathlete, an Ironman, and a servant of the Lord Most High. Remember the words I opened with, Sister Buter's advice to her 20-year-old self. words you and I need to follow. Live by what you do, not by what you say. Always focus on how old you feel, not how old you really are.